we talked forward priming, now we're going to talk back priming. So back priming means that instead of the fluid filling up the IV tubing forwards, so from the IV bag down the tubing, we're going to go backwards. We're going to go up from the end of the tubing towards the spike that would go into the IV bag. So typically we're doing this when we're hanging a secondary medication, using a secondary medication set on an already primed primary IV line. So first off, I'm going to get my medication port, and I'm going to clean it off with an alcohol swab. So now next I'm going to open my secondary tubing. So same thing, there's like a perforated part on the side. You just gently tug it and it opens. If it's difficult to open, you probably opened it the wrong way. I'm going to take all of my pieces out. So this spike that comes out is to help facilitate running a secondary infusion. So I'm just going to hang it on my IV pole. And then here's my secondary tubing. So you'll notice secondary tubing is much shorter than primary tubing. So we still have a roller clamp, but we don't have the fishtail clamp. So right now my roller clamp is open. I'm going to roll my roller clamp to close it. So now you can see it's closed. I'm going to take the sterile cap off the end of my tubing. And I'm going to connect it to the medication port. And so I've put a bit of color into this IV fluid here just to make it easier to see. So sometimes there's such a good seal on the sterile cap for the secondary line that you do have to just pull it off and put it back on just to loosen it in order to do this properly. So now that everything is connected, I'm going to undo my roller clamp, and I'm going to hold my secondary medication chamber below the height of the primary medication chamber. Okay? So then we're going to watch as the fluid goes up and fills up this. And so interesting, if I hold my chamber above the height of the bag, then nothing flows because this is higher. And when I lower it down, now we're going to see it keeps rising again and keeps going till it drips out the end. Okay, but if I hold it up high, it won't go. And if you fill it up too much, that's not a big deal. Just going to close your roller clamp and pour out some of your extra fluid if you accidentally got too much in. And now your secondary line is back primed and you're ready to spike your secondary medication bag.